Welcome to another segment of the BYU Management Society's Learn from Professionals initiative. Our goal is to provide guidance to young adults that are either exploring various careers or ready to jumpstart a career. And today we have an opportunity to learn from a seasoned professional in the financial services industry, Mr. Scott Pann, Senior Vice President, Financial Advisor with RBC Wealth Management. And if I could, just for the audience, let me just read a abbreviated bio that Scott has prepared. Scott is a Senior Vice President, Financial Advisor, Senior Portfolio Manager with a portfolio focus at RBC Wealth Management. He's a financial advisor. As a financial advisor, he helps clients manage the accumulation, preservation, and distribution of their wealth. He has been a financial advisor since 1986. Scott and his wife, Debbie, reside in Colorado. They have 4 children and 10 grandchildren. He enjoys many activities with his family, including snow skiing, Krav Maga, self-defense, scuba diving, and hiking. Scott serves as a volunteer career coach for the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs. He is also volunteers as Vice President of Mentoring for the BYU Management Society. He founded the Young Professional Career Engagement Program, the very program that we're speaking on today. For 10 years, Scott and Debbie have sponsored families for several cadets at the United States Air Force Academy, and he has had the privilege of serving in leadership positions within his church and volunteers for several charitable organizations, and I would say for an extended period of time. So Scott, thank you for your willingness to share your advice. I love the fact that I'm interviewing the man who started this program, but that's what makes this all the better. So thank you and welcome on the program.
It's my pleasure, David.
Excellent. So Scott, let's start with just a series of questions to help people understand your career and gain advice for their career. What made you decide to pursue a career as a financial advisor?
That's a great question. My dad was in the industry for about 10 years in the 1970s, and I was always impressed with his personal or professional appearance and his work with successful families. And the more I learned about the industry, the more intrigued I became. I have a strong desire to help others pursue their financial goals, such as saving for retirement, saving for their children's education, and pursuing life to its fullest. I also had the desire to have my income directly tied to my efforts and success in the business. And finally, I wanted to pursue an occupation in which my company invested in my education and future.
Excellent. So next, please tell us about your career path and what has helped you become successful in your career.
Well, after graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration Finance from Colorado State University, I tried to enter the brokerage business, but I was told that it'd be better for me to get some business experience, some lumps on my head, before pursuing my career in financial services. So I then spent the next 4 years in the oil and gas industry as an administrative analyst before I entered the financial services industry in 1986. While working full-time in the industry, I earned my MBA from the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, and I later earned certifications as an accredited asset management specialist, a certified investment management specialist, a certified private wealth advisor, and a certified exit planning advisor. As you can probably tell, I believe in a lifetime of learning.
Yeah, that's a lot of certification, so that's impressive.
A lot of continuing education.
Excellent. Okay, next question would be, what is the best career advice that someone has offered you?
Oh, that's easy. The best career advice I was ever given was from my wife, Debbie. So early on in my career, I was really discouraged. I was the sole breadwinner in our home. We had 2 children. One was on the way. At that time, I was 100% commission based, and my income went up and down like a yo-yo. I missed the steady income that I had while working in the oil and gas industry, and I was ready to give up as a financial advisor. Well, really sensing my frustration, Debbie asked me if the successful people in the office were smarter or worked harder than me. And I said that I didn't believe so. So she told me that if I continued to work hard and smart, I would eventually be successful like them. So that great advice got me through that toughest part in my career while I was still building my clientele.
Excellent. So tell us more about the nature of the work that you actually do.
Well, the Pann Wealth Management Group helps middle market business owners, corporate executives, and affluent families implement wealth management strategies for their complicated planning needs. That allows our clients to focus on their work, their families, and other interests. So to do this, we use our extensive experience to focus on the client's full cycle of wealth, from the accumulation and preservation, and finally distribution of their wealth.
So I guess that presents a full range of challenges for you as you
Oh,
do.
absolutely.
Okay, excellent. So how did you get into the position that you are now? You've been doing this for quite a while. How did you get here?
Well, it was a lot of hard work and a lot of time and energy, but we've worked very hard over the years, over many years, to build a successful team. And I'm privileged to be one of the 2 senior partners on the team. I've always strived to hire the best and the brightest to build our team, and what I like about it is they make me look good.
Excellent. Well, most careers are not always just straight up. I mean, have you had some downturns, and how did you overcome those?
Oh, that's what I find is very successful people have lots of downturns that they have to overcome, a lot of challenges. So throughout my career, I've weathered times of significant market volatility, economic turmoil. Um, One of the keys to being successful in the industry is to not get spooked by market volatility, to be that calming voice, and to instead focus on implementing proven long-term solutions, strategies for implementing well.
Okay. So if someone wants to break into financial services career and become a financial advisor here in the United States, at least, how would they go about doing that?
Well, generally, a college degree is required to enter the industry. An MBA is also helpful, but not required. And what I found is very successful advisors have come from a broad range of business backgrounds, but they all share some similar characteristics. What I've found is the best advisors have very good communication skills, both verbal and written. They have a very strong work ethic. They present well, and they have the highest of integrity, because you don't have a second chance to earn your client's trust. They also have empathy for others, and things like family dynamics and life events and struggles. They can help their clients through those events.
So would you say that they put their client ahead of their own personal compensation?
They have to. And what I find is if you always put your client ahead of your own needs, your business just naturally develops anyway, naturally grows.
Excellent. Okay, so in addition to the formal education that you have and the certifications that you've earned over the years, are there any other certifications that you would put out there for somebody trying to get into the industry today that they should consider?
Well, new advisors joining our team, we have recommended that they get a CFP, a Certified Financial Planner designation. This designation is really the gold standard for our industry. It's also a designation that I skip, electing to focus on certifications through the Investments in Wealth Institute, the Exit Planning Institute, and the College for Financial Planning.
All right. So, looking at your career, what do you consider to be the rewards that you've enjoyed, but the challenges that you've had to overcome to be a successful financial advisor?
Well, the rewards include the personal satisfaction of building a practice, working alongside a team of very talented individuals, helping our clients to achieve their personal financial goals, and having an income that is directly proportional to the effort that I've taken to build my practice. I also have the privilege of working every day with a clientele of highly successful people. So I learn from their success, and it's quite motivating to participate in their success. I would say the challenges include dealing with the constant threat of market volatility, our political system, economic challenges, ever-changing laws, and really constant technological evolution. What I found in the many years of working in the industry is that technology innovation is just natural. It happens all the time, that evolution. When I first got in the industry, I had to share a computer with another individual, and we didn't have all the software programs and everything that could assist us. So now our life is easier because we have that technological innovation. Just like what we're doing here right now, I'm able to have a lot of virtual meetings with my clients too. So we have clients, I think, in 26 different states. It allows me to communicate and to see them on a very regular basis.
Excellent. That's amazing how that's evolved. So you mentioned, working with successful clients and how that's been helpful to you to learn. What about people within the industry? What are characteristics you see of successful people in your industry?
That's a good question. I believe that the most successful financial advisors commit themselves to a lifetime of learning. They have to have the highest degree of integrity, and they're constantly focused on meeting the planning needs of their clients. I think they also give back to their profession by mentoring others and by making a positive impact in their community. I believe also that the best financial advisors listen to the advice of business coaches. Just like a quarterback will have a coach, our group has a coach. Sometimes these coaches are within the organization or outside of their firm. Our group has utilized the coaching services of Mr. David Mullen, who is a founding partner for Altius Learning. Dave has helped our group to streamline our business, focus on business building strategies, and understand practice transition planning. I think finally, I believe that the best advisors learn as much as they can about their clients, and they focus on serving their needs and really become indispensable to them. You want to be part of that family, and you want to work with that family for decades. And I believe if one is dedicated to helping their clients to meet their goals, their business will just naturally grow.
Excellent. So if you have a person come to you who says, Scott, I really want to get into financial services, what should I do next? What would you say to them?
Well, I think it's really important to learn from the very best. And a good way to do that is to do informational interviews with successful financial advisors inside and outside of your community. So seek to understand what's helped them to be successful and what advice they can offer to you for building their own successful career. I also recommend doing at least 8 to 10 interviews with financial advisors from a broad range of firms, including wirehouses, independent wealth management firms, independent investment management firms, and financial planning firms. By doing those interviews with a variety of different companies, you'll have a better idea where you fit into the industry.
All right. So in addition to all that live interaction that you're talking about, that is there any additional reading that they should do, particular professional journals or sources that they should be learning from?
Well, I like to say that everything you need to know is on the web. So do a web search to locate financial advisor periodicals, read articles about the industry, do all this. Try to do that before you go and do these informational interviews so that you'll know really relative questions to ask. But I also advise reading books such as The $1 Million Financial Services Practice and The $1 Million Financial Advisor. Both of those books were written by Dave Mullen.
Excellent. So what would you say to the young adult that says, Scott, I want to be successful, but I want to have some type of balanced life? How do they go about achieving that?
Well, having balance in one's life is critical to your long-term happiness and success. So don't fall into the trap that I've seen others do of dedicating so many hours to their work that they're unhappy and unhealthy and really stressed out. So be sure that you're dedicating time to family, learning, your spiritual growth, hobbies, your social life, take vacations on a regular basis. And also you need to focus on your physical health and well-being, and community is also important. So I believe that a well-rounded advisor will be more productive in the long run. They won't flame out. In addition, it'll be easier for that person to connect with their clients and prospective clients and discuss interests that they have in common.
Excellent. So in relationship to that, maybe kind of a follow-up question would be, is there anything else that young adults can do to ensure that they have a productive and a meaningful life?
I think that that's very important. Young people want to make sure that their life means something, that their occupation means something. And one thing that I love about being a financial advisor is that I can make a real positive difference in the lives of my clients and their families. So it makes me feel happy and worthwhile knowing that my work is both impactful and beneficial.
Excellent. So how important today is networking in order to become a successful financial advisor?
Networking is critical to the development of one's career as a financial advisor. Um, our group over the years has networked with a close-knit group of friends within the industry, a close-knit group of financial advisors. That allows us to share business building ideas, best practices, and discuss what's working and what is not. Um, I've been involved in trade organizations, and what I find is sharing of best practices never diminishes from your own practice. It just helps to uh, evolve the business and helps others to succeed. I also strongly believe in networking within community organizations such as ski or hiking clubs, service organizations, business organizations, charitable organizations. That allows one to meet people with common interests and build their reputation within the community and grow their business.
Excellent. So is there any other critical advice that you would give to young adults today?
I would just say that I thoroughly enjoyed my career as a financial advisor. It's been challenging, but also stimulating and rewarding. And working with a great firm like RBC Wealth Management has allowed me to be entrepreneurial, to focus on servicing my clients, and take advantage of the impressive wealth management platform created by our firm.
So I guess one question on that related to that is, how important is it that a young person who wants to be a financial advisor finds a firm like RBC who's going to be there to support, do what they need to do well so you can do what you need to do well? How do they go about doing that? Does that go back to the interviews?
Exactly. That goes back to the informational interviews. So every firm is different. Some people will fit in very well with a wirehouse firm. Others want to be more independent and run their own company. Our group has chosen to work with RBC, which has a great wealth management platform, but also they allow us to be entrepreneurial in really running our own practice. Of course, they monitor and make sure that we're running our practice in a ethical manner.
Well, thank you, Scott. We appreciate the time you've taken to share with us your advice towards building a career in financial services. To our viewers, as we conclude this video, we would encourage you to reach out to seasoned professionals to schedule an informational interview with them in any particular career that you're pursuing. That's great advice that Scott has provided. Or if you don't know those people, to ask for an introduction to those professionals so that you can learn from them and then follow the advice that Scott has given to you. And we would recommend that you watch the video on the Young Professionals Career Engagement Program entitled Conducting Informational Interviews. There's a wealth of information out there designed to help you. So, Scott, congratulations on an incredible career. No, you're not done yet, but you've really just achieved great results and blessed many lives. And we are certainly benefited because of your excellence. So thank you very much.
Thank you, David.